Welcome to one of England's last remaining original abandoned asylums. While still huge, it also was perhaps the smallest ever built in the country, reminding us exactly how vast the county asylums could be. This hospital was unusually built to serve a single town which had become its very own county borough, independent from the rest of Kent. What you see here is almost all authentic, with the exception of the admin block demolished after bomb damage in wartime. Join us as we enter this remarkably pristine gem of medical history. First, we had to find a way inside.
Nice and quietly done.
While scouting the perimeter, we heard some unnerving shouting coming from an active modern part of the hospital nearby.
That's the porter cabin.
Oh yeah.
That way, so we're not near that building.
Yeah, so we're a bit more sheltered in this area.
Over here.
Cheers. After bypassing several fences, we had finally made it in view of the asylum. However, we weren't sure if the freshly mown lawn around the property was patrolled or in view of guards. After surveying the horizon, we decided to chance it. We didn't have time to deliberate, and whilst it wasn't obvious and we can't show you how, we managed to find an open entry point.
What's that there?
Peeking our head into the corridor, we couldn't believe what we had all to ourselves.
Be good.
Once successfully in, it was time to get our camera kit set up. We'd have to use GPS to navigate our way around the asylum's winding corridors.
So we've just made it inside. I think that surprised both of us a bit. It's tricky to find a way in, but we're here now, so we're going to take a walk around and have a look. So far it looks really good. We both did Severals Hospital a few years ago, and there was much more ruin and decayed, where this looks almost like how Severals would have looked perhaps 10 or 20 years ago, so it's quite a pristine hospital. So we're going to walk around and have a look.
Start this level, or maybe go to the top and work our way down. Yeah, go for it.
We began by walking through the hospital's Abbott ward. Whilst signs of not too distant use were clear, the building's Edwardian architecture was still obvious. We were next greeted with an impressive sight.
Wow.
The recreation hall was the heart of the asylum. Functions and dances would have once been a familiar sight here, a contrast to its present silent state.
So it's an amazing place like this. It's hard to believe that, in 1902, I think that's when this place was built, that this would have been brand new, state of the art. And it's still standing today, completely empty. I mean, just look how beautiful it is. You don't get hospitals like this anymore.
The corridors may not have been as long as many asylums of its time, but were still instantly recognisable. We spent some time composing photographs that you can find on our website and social media. Whilst now devoid of human presence, the artworks around the hospital are a clue to the personalities which once filled its halls. It was now time to explore the second floor.
Cool. Nice. Let's drop it out the car. Right. Looks like you're in someone's home. What's that? Does a bit in his way.
These rooms were last used as accommodation for the doctors rather than the patients. Heading back downstairs, we came to the Crammer ward, used for children and adolescents. Tall sash windows and bay windows are a hallmark of classic county asylum architecture, designed to let in plenty of light from the outdoors. Whilst it cannot be said that asylums were positive places, it is clear that their designers at least sympathised with the physical and mental confines of their future inmates.
Staircase.
Huge windows.
Over the Edwardian shell, the decor of some of the wards appears a lot more modern than others.
It's a fantastic place, this is.
Like many disused places, the hospital was recently used for police training, with blank cartridges and targets littering the halls. This room likely stored hospital records.
These rooms are exactly like what we saw at Zephyr's, where you've got the wall here with big windows, and then you've got that nice sort of curved bit. Now, the way that this place was designed, it was based on the compact arrow design. So you have the hall and the admin building in the middle, and then you have all the wards around the outside. And this would have been one of the wards.
Having already been inside for several hours, we were becoming lost in the never-ending rooms of the maze. Whether these mental hospitals serve to treat or merely contain their patients is still a topic of hot debate, although its approach and use would have evolved throughout its long history. Asylums may be seen as a thing of the past, but some of their buildings have still survived in use by the NHS into the turn of the 21st century. This hospital building closed only in 2019. Entering the Ramsay ward, nostalgic decorations again provide an insight into the emotional stories of life here. Isolation rooms were common in asylums, more so than padded cells. The peephole door gives this one away. Their only purpose was to contain violent inmates and protect others. As we explored more and more rooms, we expected to soon find that we were not alone. But thankfully, nature seemed to be the only other life present. This area once connected to a mortuary, but in recent years it was used as a workshop. Patients were allowed to carry out manual labour projects as occupational therapy, which aimed to restore a sense of routine and purpose which was otherwise lacking from their lifestyles inside. Piecing together our route, we'd almost finished exploring the asylum. Whilst some areas felt modern, others were a time capsule of the past. Over the past decade, England's county asylums have been demolished and redeveloped, making this a very rare survival in exceptional condition. Its gates may now be closed, but we still had to leave. We had one last task still left to complete, as Asylum's geometric designs are best appreciated from above. It is hard to imagine the scale and self-sufficiency of daily operations at hospitals like this today, but these places were once entire communities of their own. As Britain's infamous county asylums have faded into figments of history in only recent years, mental health is becoming an increasing issue. Whilst approaches have progressed enormously over the past century, one still can't help but feel that it is also changes in resources and priorities that have led to the demise of the mental hospital.